Hey everybody, how's it going? We're here with a timeless reading. Welcome. The first card that we have out is Eight of Swords. And Four of Cups. Okay. Eight of Swords and Four of Cups, you can be feeling a bit shut down right now. This is more going to feel like you're in stillness, even if you don't want to be. Four of Cups can be feeling burnt out, or you can be feeling down, but it feels like there's actually a deeper reason why you would be feeling like this. Four of Cups, you can feel disconnected, or you can feel like overwhelmed, kind of checked out, dissociating a little bit, or just feeling like everything's exhausting. You don't feel particularly excited or alert. It can just be a sort of feeling like lower energy. What I'm also seeing too is Eight of Swords. So this can mean that you feel like there's not a lot of wiggle room. In this Eight of Swords, you see how the swords are all around there? So it's like there's no like good or right way to move here. You can be feeling that. Like no matter which way I move, I'm going to bump into one of these. And then I just feel like, you know, when everything starts feeling kind of depressed, that's what this is feeling like your energy sort of like locking down or closing down. That's Ten of Wands. You can be feeling like you've exerted a lot of energy, like you don't have a lot more to give. And inevitably something is closing out. I am seeing Ten of Swords here. What this means too is that this chapter, this situation, this cycle, this moment coming to a close. Yeah, all of the cards that I'm seeing are ones that are associated with sort of a restriction of the energy. So Eight of Swords, feeling like can't really go anywhere here, having a difficult time making connections. You can feel like disconnected from your imagination, even your hope or your ability to problem solve. You can feel disconnected from that. Four of Cups can, like, it doesn't necessarily feel enjoyable what you're experiencing, and you can feel a bit disconnected because of that. Then Ten of Swords is sort of something happening aligned with that, but it also means too that there's going to be a closing out, so it shows that leg of things being over. And then what do we have after that? We have Four of Pentacles, and Four of Pentacles is a card of stillness, not really exerting anything, even like keeping things in place. Let's actually clarify, what is this Ten of Swords about? Tens are seen as the last step within a cycle. Like it doesn't go past 10. So something inevitably is going to be a new cycle after that point. But it does mean that something has completed itself. What's this Ten of Swords? I'm seeing the Hierophant. It can have to do with a commitment. It can have to do with a state of mind. I get an ornery energy from this with the Hierophant and the Hermit. Like both of these cards are kind of like scowling about something. I feel like ornery is the best word for this. But then seeing the Fool on the bottom of the deck, what you're stepping into next can be more lighthearted, and you could have felt like what you were going through did not feel lighthearted. I get that sense of things. It's like trying to find your way, and you could have felt like you were sort of grasping, but you could have felt hardened just by the way that things were happening, maybe how you were reacting. Yeah, I'm definitely trying to find the path. Okay, I am seeing you move forward. Four of Pentacles is feeling like I need to sort of huddle down here. You know, in this Four of Pentacles, you don't even see a person. It's like going into your little tent and hiding away. And just working with what you have right now. And that may be what needs to be prioritized, you know? Like, I can't give anymore. I just have to stay just like this. It feels like a very still energy. It does seem like you have things going on, but it feels contained the way that I'm seeing this. So there may be minimized interactions, but I was also getting reactions. Yeah, you can feel like this is what I have to work with. That's what Four of Pentacles is feeling like. Regardless of how I feel about it, this is what I have to work with. Two of Pentacles is going to be you actually working with whatever that is. It may not feel like the most ideal conditions, but that's just what you have to work with. And then King of Cups is going to be how you like position yourself in relation to this. It can be sort of where you're standing when you look at it as well. And there can also be attending to your wellness in general, sort of how you're dealing with things, how you're managing things, how you're managing yourself. But I do see, even if it's gradual, starting over here with Eight of Swords, that can feel like a redundant energy. You can feel stuck, you can feel shut down. I don't know what to do here. I feel like no move is the right move. Then I start feeling like the energy is sucked out of me because of that. And then inevitably things come to a head, but then that also means that things sort of like shut down, close down. Then in the aftermath of like that having happened, whatever it was, Four of Pentacles is what you sort of have left over. Like in the aftermath, what do you have to work with then? I'm not going to do anything with it as far as like giving it away, exerting it, whatever. It could be like the energy that you have left over, just what you're left with after this has happened. Then Two of Pentacles is sort of moving that around. It can be figuring out what's important. And this can also be a time too. Having King of Cups here can be like, this is a time where I need to prioritize my health. It can be a time where I need to prioritize my mental health, my physical health, how I'm even adjusting to things, where I am psychologically. And because of there being a focus on that, King of Cups is when you're in a position where you are able to handle what's going on. It doesn't matter what's going on within your environment, you are present and you're able to adapt to what that is. Eight of Swords tells a different story, and so I am seeing there be a gradual shift into a place where you can feel a bit more grounded than you had initially been. Also too, with this Eight of Swords, as I said before, how this person feels like they can't really move, like no move is the right move. When we end over here with the King of Cups, you see how there's like a lot of freedom because the water's all around. You're not even caged in. You're not even on land, you know? It's like, it feels boundless in a way where you could have felt very bound before, but then whatever that was that had you locked in, it feels like Ten of Swords closes that out. So you're not locked into whatever that is anymore. Then you're just moving through whatever it is that you have after, figuring things out, but being in a position that feels much more free. You know, it even feels like you have what you need. This person has a little cup that's balancing on their knee. So this feels like you're actually good, like you're okay, but you may have not been feeling like that initially because something was going on. So even though when you're over here, it may not be the most ideal conditions, I'm seeing that you have what you need. Like, life ain't so bad. Okay, so Eight of Swords is connected with Queen of Swords. Yeah, this can be a situation that you look at and you don't really know. You can just feel really stuck. Queen of Swords is the part of you that wants to figure things out, but Eight of Swords can be this feeling of, I don't know if there's really a solution here. That's not to say there is or there isn't, but it's more so the feeling. Meaning, you can be trying to think about a solution and feel like you're not really getting anywhere. Like, too much in the head space. Some of you, this has to do with a relationship with you and another person. A relationship with you and another person, because I'm seeing Two of Cups here, but I'm seeing Four of Cups be the thing that's connected with this. So what this means is that there can be somebody that, if things are like normal between you and this person, you feel close with them, but having Four of Cups there can be like, I'm not really feeling the connection right now. Like disenchanted. I'm seeing Strength pop out. I wonder if you're gonna bring it back together. It's like having to mind the gap between you and this person here. I do get the sense that something has not been totally resolved, because we end with Seven of Cups on the bottom of the deck. You can be tending to yourself and figuring out sort of just what you need to do for you, because there can be something that you felt like you haven't been getting, or like a part of you that hasn't been nourished, and you can be trying to figure out where you're going to be able to find that. But you can find that in, it feels like even your own self-care. Because having King of Cups here be connected with Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups is like this thing that you seek of, like, I want to connect. I want to feel connected. And right now I can be feeling disconnected from myself. I can be disconnected from this person. I can feel disconnected from the universe, you know, from my soul, from my spirit. Whatever this like experience is that you're having, Eight of Cups indicates that there is a seeking. But having King of Cups here feels like you're going to find that within yourself. And it can be it feels like it has to do with you like taking care of yourself or something like that, and figuring out like what you need to do for you. Because I wonder if something was going on where you were trying to get some type of mental stimulation. When I say mental, it can be mental stimulation, it can be a conversation, it can be communication, it can be information seeking, something that you can think about, new information for you to have. You know, it can be like those types of things. And you could have felt like something was not working or something was not happening, because I'm seeing a frustration here. I'm seeing there be I'm in this situation, I don't really know what to do. I'm feeling disconnected then. Something mentally is going on that's then bleeding into something emotionally. But then I'm seeing the situation close out, so it feels like that's not so much a thing anymore, and then you have Strength there. Strength has to do with willpower. It has to do with how you sort of assert yourself given this situation. It can also be needing to call on your strength, quite literally, to work through something, to navigate through something that can feel very challenging mentally to digest, very challenging to work with, sort of what's been given to you, and how do you how do you transmute that into something that will feel useful to you. Four of Pentacles, Ace of Cups feels like you're not left with nothing. It feels like you have, even though something feels still, and something can even then stabilize after not having felt stable, something sort of stabilizes, but I'm also seeing the Ace of Cups be connected to it, which there's potential for something to grow then. There's potential for there to be connection that's found, and it can be actually exactly what it is that you're looking for. How do you work through a time where you can be feeling sort of trapped in your own maze within your head, looking around, feeling like, I don't know how to work through this? But it feels like the key is strength, and strength is not an air sign. Strength is connected with your heart and your passion and your fire. And it also has to do with your imagination and your creativity too as well. And also you caring. So there can be something that you were trying to figure out from a place that would be a mental place or a cerebral place, and you're actually going to have to drop into your heart space in order to figure it out. And it can be something that you're looking at it and being like, how do I close this out? Because I don't want this to continue going on in this way. And I don't want to keep feeling this way or not feeling this way. Because it can be like a lack of feeling, a lack of connection, feeling like you want something to be a particular way, and that's not sort of what the situation is giving to you. And you can feel disconnected because of it. You know, something that's meant to sort of plug you in and connect you with the rest of the world. It's like that thing isn't leading you there. That usual path is not taking you to where you're trying to go within you. And so what I'm seeing is that's being dealt with. Then over here, to have Four of Pentacles and to have Eight of Cups, this can speak about holding on to something or being rigid with the way something is being done, and then feeling like I'm not particularly happy with the way that that's going. And you can feel too like if something is stagnant, and with Four of Pentacles I'm getting the word hollow. If something is hollow, you can feel like why would I be here telling myself that I'm gonna get something from this when I feel like that's not actually the case. So there may have been some type of realization here that was made, maybe even too having to do with your expectations, and it feels like at an unlikely time having to figure all of this out, having to process this. Then also having Ace of Cups and having King of Cups, it feels like there's a seed here, or there is a door. It's like there's an option, there is a potential, and you can water that. And even though it looks like you and another person are involved in this, this also brings to light your connection and your relationship with yourself and how you're tending to that. Meaning, what if there is actually nothing wrong with the relationship, and what if what you need to find or need to sort of nurture is your relationship with yourself, and that then things will come back together with this person? For some of you that can definitely be the case. But yeah, there can be something that you're looking at and being like, if it stays like this, it's not what I need. But you could have been looking outwardly when the answer is really going to be something that you find inwardly. Just because I'm seeing Ace of Cups and I'm seeing King of Cups, and this King of Cups does feel like it's your responsibility to nurture your inner world so you feel connected, so it can feel like you're cultivating that. And what may have come to light was that that wasn't being prioritized. Maybe something else was being prioritized. And then you could have felt stuck, like not sure how to work a situation, felt maybe disconnected from something that usually feels supportive or usually is a pathway that you can take that maybe soothes you in some way, or again, like makes you feel connected in some way, having to bear what exactly it is that's going on here, what exactly it is that's unfolding, recognizing in the aftermath what's left, what you have to work with during a time that can feel kind of unexpected or chaotic for you. And then what exactly you are going to do about all of this, like what's going to happen now. And you can be like really seeking something, but I feel like the key is actually that what you're seeking is to nurture your relationship with yourself, and it feels like it has less to do with this other person and trying to like analyze or figure out the relationship or the connection. Like this Seven of Cups feels like with the Eight of Cups, there's something that I'm seeking. Seven of Cups is like, well, where is it? How do I find it? But I feel like if you're looking outwardly or interpersonally, that's not actually the key here. I feel very strongly with Ace of Cups and King of Cups. This is about you nurturing your relationship with yourself, so you feel like, oh, I have that thing, I'm giving myself that thing that I need. And it's going to help you like better show up and be even emotionally available for those of you that another person is involved with that other person, because you're showing up for yourself in that way. Whereas before there could have even been, I don't know if maybe there was like a reliance on another person or what it was exactly that was going on. But it feels like what came to light was that there's this potential that is now unlocked within you to cultivate a relationship with yourself. And it feels like it has to do with your King of Cups, which is about your wellness in general. How you're taking care of yourself, how you're showing up for yourself, how you're dealing with things, how you're adjusting, how you're coping, those sorts of things. And what colors your inner world as well? Because maybe too, this put a focus on what's going on internally. Like there's nowhere to look externally. And then it feels like it brings back the focus on what's happening within. Also too, having Seven of Cups can just be a lot of stuff that you're sorting through currently, you know, like everything's come up, stuff has come to light, and now what is to be done with that? But yeah, you could have been putting yourself in some type of paradigm where you were setting yourself up to try to find some solution, but that wasn't actually the way to do it. That wasn't the way to find it. And it does feel like there's some type of connection or some type of meeting that's happening here between the Queen of Swords and the King of Cups. And maybe what's found between the two of these, like within the relationship between the two of these. And this can also have to do with like the way you're framing things and the way that you're thinking, and then like how you're feeling about things too. That can also be a part of it as well. The assessments that you're making and then how you take action based off of that. I do feel like it may be difficult to sort of keep something steady or level, but it's actually something that's needed right now to like stabilize something if it's not stable. All right, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I'm seeing Leo and I'm seeing Mars. I want to thank everybody for connecting. Thank you for tuning in. I am sending everybody love, and I hope to catch you guys next time.